Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Are you Irish at all? Have any Irish?
No, I'm not. I just use it as an excuse to get drunk.
As is everybody else.
Green beer.
Miss Moist is.
Oh, yeah. Are you 100% Irish?
Irish-German.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, she's not even Irish, so it doesn't even count.
Irish-German English.
Irish-German English?
My grandmother
You can't do an Irish accent, so go away.
I can't.
Those are hard, actually, to do. Irish accents. I can't do one, and I'm part Irish.
I can do one.
Do it.
I think I can do it, but
Do it.
The only thing is that I have to do it, and I have to think about. Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
Wait. Okay, hold on. This might be offensive to some people. So
I'm
hold
so
on.
offended already.
Yeah.
Hey, lad. No, wait. Hold on. Some girl ain't got no business here, lad. I don't know what you think. No, wait. Nah.
That sounds like a gangster. Yeah, it's like a gangster.
No, wait. I'm going to slip in and out of it right now, so hold on a second.
Look at the Irish.
Yeah, I can't do it right now.
All right. You have
I was thinking about the Sons of Anarchy, because that's the only way I do it, because I always make fun of that dude.
Wait, isn't what's his name?
Titus Wilver?
That's not Tommy Flanagan's character, is it?
No, he's a Scot.
He's Scottish. Yeah,
he's
I like
Scot.
him. He's cool.
Yeah. No, I might do that later though. I don't know.
Yeah, just slip into it unexpected when we don't expect it.
When we don't expect it. Because when you put me on the spot like that, now I just can't
it's hard.
I
know.
It's like, God damn it. No, so we decided to either do Irish folktales or actually visit through the Leprechaun series. And cooler heads prevailed, and I said, we're going to do the Leprechaun series. No, because no one wants to go through that.
The new one I have not seen.
I haven't seen the last 3 new ones.
I don't like the way the new one looks, to be honest.
I don't know. I heard a lot of good things about it so far. I heard it was pretty cool. It was
really?
pretty fun. Yeah, I heard it was pretty fun.
You can't you have to buy it though, right? So it's not on Netflix. It's not on Shudder.
I think it's on Prime.
To buy though, to rent.
Oh shit! No, if you have, you don't have cable though.
No, I don't.
That's the thing, because it'd be on Sci-Fi app.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the ones that did the new one.
Okay.
And
was it made for TV? Like Sci-Fi?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
They premiered it.
Really?
Yeah, they premiered it over the weekend.
I'm mad at Sci-Fi right now because they shut down the John Carpenter thing.
I know, but Shudder and Netflix are trying to bring it back.
I hope Shudder does. That would be really cool.
That would be cool, because then they'll have monopolized Joe Bob Briggs and John Carpenter.
Yeah.
They already used his theme. Might as well.
I know. Yeah.
So we're not gonna do the Leprechaun series. We'll save that for next year.
Okay.
And we will venture to all 10 of those movies.
Is there 10?
There's gonna be 10.
What?
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a space. 2 Back to the Hoods.
Wait, there's 2 Back to the Hood?
There's 2 Back to the Hoods.
I thought there's only 1.
No, there's one. There's one with Ice-T, and there's one where he goes back to the hood.
Oh my god.
And then you had Origins, which was made by WWE.
Oh, that's right.
And then you had the 2 that are, you have the indie one that just came out last year.
Okay.
And then you have the sci-fi one that just came out this year.
When did Warwick Davis stop being Leprechaun?
Back to the Hood 2. Back to the Hood.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the actual title. Back to the Hood.
Back to the Hood.
Yeah. He said he stopped doing it because he had kids, and he's like, I don't want to do that because I feel like I don't want to put that negative energy out because I don't want that to affect my children. Mm-hmm. But when my children get older, I might come back.
Oh, tease.
But we're gonna do Irish folk tales, and I had a really interesting time searching this.
Me too. It's funny because there's a lot of similar ones in the U.S.
Yeah,
and
I kept thinking the one I'm gonna touch on.
Mm-hmm.
It was loosely based. The Sleepy Hollow was loosely based on that.
I think I know which one you're gonna do. Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit. So I wonder, again, like when we do it, our urban legends, when we went off air, we're talking about it. It's like telephone,
Yeah.
It's like people hear these tales and then they get them and then they apply them to to
their future generations.
Well, no, it's like apply to their their environment.
Yeah.
They apply it to their environment, and so it works there.
Yeah, they just have more alcohol and they do it there in Ireland, probably.
Yeah.
But it's interesting too, because I feel like when we were doing our original urban legends, there's kind of like a lesson to be learned with some of those. So for some of the ones I did, I think there might be 2 lessons. One of them I can't figure it out. So maybe you can help me figure out like if there's a lesson to that. But yeah, I had an interesting time with these.
The ones that I've looked into, well, one did have a lesson. Actually, no, it didn't really have a lesson.
No?
Wait, maybe. It maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm getting ahead of myself. But I know 2 of them don't have lessons.
Okay.
Because they're actually, all mine are fairies.
Really?
Yeah, they're all fairies.
Huh.
Are yours actual, beings, or are they actual legends?
They're all women now, come to think of it.
Really?
Yeah, now that I'm looking at they're all women.
Feminist.
No, I didn't even plan that, I just thought these were interesting and creepy. Huh. All right.
Well, did you have a hard time trying to figure out what legends you want to do?
I did, because there's a lot of ocean and fairy stuff there, like selkies and mermaids, sirens. There's a lot of sea stuff. There's a lot of fairy stuff, and I was like, that's cool, but I kind of want to what else is there? A lot of the ones that I was interested in first, I couldn't find a lot on, and I was like, oh, that sucks. There's one called the Phoenix Man. Did you come across that one?
No.
I guess that's a newer one, but it's in the cemetery, and there's a creepy man there called the Phoenix Man. Yeah, but that's all I could find on it.
Is he burning or something like that? Is he setting on flames?
No, I just think he looks like a zombie, like a creepy dead guy.
What?
But that's all I could find on it. I was like, that's not enough to go on. I need a little more.
Yeah,
but that one was
what
interesting.
the origin was from.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I had a good time.
Aren't you
it was
glad
hard.
We took that extra
week?
I'm
glad we took that extra week, because it's paragraphs and paragraphs I had to write. So yeah, I'm glad we took our time.
Yeah. So why don't you kick us off, because
right.
The third one that I'm working on, I'm still working on. So.
Okay. I'll do the shortest one I have first, because the other ones I have more details. So, all right. So my first one is called The Demon Bride of Monaghan County. Did you come across this one at all?
No.
Okay.
So the only ones that I came across were sirens, mermaids, stuff like that. And it's interesting that the mermaid one in Irish folklore is that if an Irishman or one of the sailors captures the mermaids and capture the jewel that she's protecting.
Oh, yeah.
And he holds on to it. He commands the mermaid, and then she would have to transform into a human form and marry this man. Wow. And if she gets the jewel back, and if they have kids by that time, and she happens to get the jewel back, she takes her and the kids back to the ocean.
Oh, wow. It's like The Little Mermaid. In a weird
Ursula,
way.
Yeah,
Ursula, totally.
When I was thinking about this, that sounds like Ursula just a little.
Maybe that's how, when they were researching her stuff, maybe that's
But it's so interesting that mermaids have so many different, not to get sidetracked, sorry, but mermaids have so different types of legends, and different types of stories.
I noticed that.
Different, from different countries.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So I just thought that was interesting, that's all. All right, go ahead.
All right. So this one's called The Demon Bride of Monaghan County. An ancient cemetery in Monaghan is said to be haunted by an evil spirit called the Demon Bride. It is said that she waits near funeral gathering, watching the service, and if a young man is left behind after his fellow mourners have left, she will appear to him as a young, beautiful woman. She would seduce him and make him promise to return to the graveyard in exactly 1 month to the day. The promise would be a kiss that sent the man head over heels and into a type of euphoria. He just couldn't get enough of it. After the kiss, she vanishes, and as the man leaves the graveyard, he feels cold and that something is terribly wrong. He realizes he has sold his soul and body to this evil spirit. Over the next month, he becomes mad and extremely ill and eventually dies. He is laid to rest in that same graveyard as before, exactly a month after he first met the Demon Bride. Looks like the promise was fulfilled.
Yeah, no shit.
Isn't that creepy, though?
That's interesting. I could have sworn I heard a similar story about that.
I feel like I've heard one in the U.S., like Pennsylvania or somewhere in over there. But I was trying to think, this is the one I couldn't figure out. What's is there a lesson to be learned here? Why did this tale get passed down? Is it like
I don't think it was a lesson more than well, maybe. I mean, if you think about the time and when it came up, they could have just said premarital sex.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, lust.
Don't kiss a stranger.
Well, not even that, because like, when you go to funerals, you kiss strangers.
Do you?
Like, you know, like you kiss them on the cheek or whatever.
Oh, but not like a passionate
no,
kiss.
but
That'd be a little weird.
But it said that she kissed him in the funeral, so I didn't think she actually kissed him, because she made him wait a month for that actual kiss.
No. She kisses him and then she says, "Come back in a month."
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and then that's what like the kiss sends him into like euphoria, but then he feels cold and like something's wrong after that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lesson. I just think that's a creepy tale to say,
yeah.
or just or a way to say that don't straggle off. You know, like don't be left behind.
Don't be left behind. Yeah, that could make sense. If you look at, there's a lot of like graveyard urban legends in different countries. You know, and it's like. What's that one, like, don't walk on the
gravestone?
Yeah,
on the gravesite?
Yeah, exactly, because you're gonna, like, it's like it's being disrespectful.
It's disrespectful, and you wake the dead.
That's right. Grave dancers.
Yeah, I remember one night, I used to live next to a cemetery.
Oh, that's creepy.
And I used to walk through the cemetery during... when I used to go to work, and then when I come back, I walk through the cemetery again because there was a shortcut to my house. And one night, I don't know, like I was kind of feeling down.
Yeah.
Something bad had happened, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to go home," you know. So I went and I sat next to this graveyard, this gravesite, and it had a tombstone, and it had like one of those whistler things, like those windblower things.
Oh yeah.
But there was no wind. There was no wind at all.
Yeah, that's in
There's
whistled?
no wind, and it's like, and I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to my music, and I'm just like, I don't want to go home. I just want to stay here, just be relaxed, because you know the saying, you know, the most safest place is a cemetery.
It's peaceful too.
Yeah. And I just got a weird feeling. It's like I feel like someone was watching me, but the graveyard is open, so you can see everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And it's right on a main street, so there's lights as well. So you can see people coming in and out because there's only like one way in, really.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like, huh. And then I look down and I see the wind blower, and there's no wind at all.
Creepy.
And it's going, and it's slowly going.
Ugh.
I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was tripping. I was like, okay.
Was this at night or during the day?
This was at night.
Oh, that's even more creepy.
It was at night. I got off work like at 9 o'clock, and I got to the cemetery about 9:30, and I didn't leave till about 11.
You stayed even after the whistle?
Well, no, because I was there and I was walking around, and then I found a spot to chill. I smoked a bowl, and then I
You sure you weren't high and you just thought you were hearing things?
No, I know what I saw because it fucking made me sober right away.
How long did the whistle last for?
Like as soon as I left.
Oh, wow.
And then, but there's no wind, and then the wind blower is going, and it's going faster and faster, and then the thing starts fucking shaking.
What the hell?
Like, I'm like...
That's creepy.
I stood there for a minute. I'm like... I took off my jacket, and I'm like... And I spread my arms, like, there's no wind, okay. And then I looked, and it just keep going faster, and it's shaking, and I'm like... Okay, yeah, that's my cue to go.
Was it next to a tombstone or anything?
Yes, it was.
Did you look at?
I didn't look because
you should have.
I didn't want to do that because I felt again, like you hear those stories growing up, like you can't walk on the gravesite, you can't do that because it's disrespectful to the dead. It feels like you're desecrating them, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just saw it. I'm like, oh shit! And then as soon as I got to the gate and went on the other side. I felt like nothing was on me anymore. Like I felt like nothing was watching me.
Oh,
and then I looked
weird.
back, and it's just like, all of a sudden.
Did you go back there?
No, I didn't walk back there.
No, I mean, like, have you been back there since?
No. Shortly after that, I quit my job.
Oh, wow.
Well, it wasn't because of that. It was because, again, for that moment that I was, my boss was giving me a heads up. I was like, I might have to let you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit.
I wonder whose tombstone that was.
I don't know. I mean, it's the same tombstone, so I'm pretty sure I can go back there and find out.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, but no, so yeah, I just thought that was interesting to me.
Why do you think they chose? Why do you think the story has a month instead of a week, or like to meet back?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
I couldn't find anything.
I couldn't find anything on that.
Whole month?
Yeah, I know, right? It seems kind of random.
Like, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's the thing. I couldn't find anything like on that.
Because it seems like that seems very specific. Like it's a kind of a long period of time.
Yeah.
To me. So it makes me wonder if it's tied to that. Tied to something else.
Could be. Yeah,
30 days.
I just couldn't find anything on it.
What if it's like tied to? God damn it! I just had it. Never mind. I'll cut that out.
Edit.
All right, so mine is one of the most well-known fairies in Ireland, and it is called a Puka. Now, this is a shape-shifting creature that kind of takes forms of pretty much anything, from an old man to a horse to a fucking bunny. Now, most people will know what a Puka is if they saw the movie Donnie Darko.
Oh, yeah.
So the bunny, is it Harvey? It's Harvey, right?
Frank.
It's Frank, yeah. Frank is a Puka.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Puka are mischievous fairies. They're tricksters. But it's interesting that they're so muddled, like leprechauns, where they could be mischievous, but yet at the same time they can be very helpful.
Huh.
And so it says, hold on, there was one right here. God damn it! Don't you? Okay, so a Puka is a shapeshifter that can take any form it chooses, but usually seen in the form of a dog, rabbit, goat, goblin, or even an old man.
Goblin.
Yeah. Traditionally, a Puka is seen as a dark, sleek horse with a long, wild-flowing mane and luminescent golden eyes. An important thing to always remember about a Puka is that they have the power of human speech, and when inclined, make great sport of those. They talk as like they like to embellish the truth. In Ireland, a Puka seems to be the most feared fairy possible because it appears only at night and enjoys creating havoc and mischief. We feel this is doing the Puka an injustice because there are no record incidents of a Puka actually causing any human harm.
Interesting.
They can be found in rural locations in every county in Ireland. Every county in Ireland has its own Puka, so they have their own version of it.
Okay.
Mountain lakes, springs. Actually, mountain lakes and springs in Ireland are called Puka pools.
I wonder, so they don't harm people, but what do? They just cause mischief around people?
Yeah, they're like pranksters, they're tricksters.
Okay.
That's what they are. So there are a lot of superstitions and customs that are still observed today in Ireland regarding the Puka, and these vary depending on which region you find yourself in. And so, in order to actually figure out what this is, I would actually have to go to I have to know each county of Ireland, and then I have to figure out what their version is.
So each county has like their own animal of a Puka.
Yeah, or their own version, or their own story of one.
Okay, interesting.
Here's a funny one though. It's called the Drunken Horse Ride Home. When a Puka is in horse form, he tends to have fun by inviting a rider to jump on his back. This usually happens when the rider has a little too much to drink and is making his weary way home from the pub. Thus starts the wildest trip the rider will ever know, for the Puka loves to terrify the rider with his great prowess, jumping over hedges, rocks, and make death-defying leaps. Come the gray dawn, the rider is thrown off the horse's back and left trembling, but none worse from the night's events to find his own way home. So the horse doesn't even give him a ride home.
It sounds like don't get too drunk so you don't, like that sounds like the moral of the story there. Don't get shit-faced.
And then a conversation with a Puka. Puka...
They talk? Oh, it can be a man, right?
Yeah, because they have the power of human speech.
That's right.
Another thing the Puka love, as all of us Irish people, is to chat and happily stop and shoot the breeze with you.
The gift
Sometimes giving you great advice and making exceptional prophecies. In some rural areas, you'll see houses that have a bench on the right side of the door, and a gate post on the right will be smooth, whereas on the left there will be rockery or some sort of uncomfortable mound. This is because a good Puka will always sit on the right, and a more mischievous spirit will favor the left.
Interesting.
So if he's sitting on the right of you, you know you got yourself a good one.
But if he's on the left,
you're fucked.
That's like the devil and the angel, you know?
The odd thing about a conversation with a Puka is that you may have sat and chatted with him for over an hour, but he will suddenly disappear without saying goodbye.
Rude.
They never say goodbye, and you will be left with an uncomfortable feeling of not knowing for sure if the past hour was real.
Oh, that's creepy.
They never leave any sign that they were ever there.
That's like have you ever heard of the Irish goodbye?
No.
So, like, say you're at a party, like, and you've been there for a while, and then, you know that annoying feeling, like, once the party ends, you feel obligated that you have to say goodbye to everyone to, like, be polite?
Yeah.
The Irish goodbye is you just slip out, and no one sees you. So
I do that all the time.
So you pull the Irish goodbye.
Hell yeah,
Sounds like the Puka does the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to say goodbye to you. Like, I fucking
It takes forever, right?
I know. And then you start chatting up with them. Like, God
You're like, I gotta go. Yeah.
Like, dude, it's like 6 a.m. I need to go home. Come on now.
So you just slip out. Okay, that's
And then November 1st is considered a Puka Day.
November 1st?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Many associate Samhain.
Samhain? Or Samhain.
Yeah, Samhain. 31st and November 1st to be considered Puka Days. This concludes with the harvest and traditional customs that when the harvest is being brought, the reaper must leave a few stalks behind. This is called the Puka share and must be left to appease the Puka because, for one, would not like to incur his wrath. It is said when we see rain falling on a sunny day, which it does a lot in Ireland, the Puka would definitely be out and about that night. Also, berries that have been killed by a frosty overnight should never be eaten, as it is the Puka's spite that is on them and would render them poisonous.
Interesting.
So, yeah. And then modern culture has really transformed the Pukas into, like, really cute things and very cuddly things. It's like, but that's not what a Puka is.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Did that Hulu show have a Puka episode?
Oh, yeah. Into the Dark.
Yeah. What did that Puka look like?
It looked like fucking Donnie Darko.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked like...
They just copied it?
It looked like Frank, but he looked like he let himself go at a burger buffet.
Oh, man. Frank was creepy looking. I loved the way they made Frank. It's a cool mask that they used.
Yeah, but that one, too, was not... It was a fairy, but he was really playing with his mind.
Yeah.
And they made the Puka there seem a lot more evil than what they intend.
Yeah.
Because it seems right here that the Pukas don't harm humans. They like to fuck with them.
Yeah.
And pull pranks on them. But I don't think they would actually hurt anyone.
Like physically harm you. Mm-hmm.
But in the Hulu one, like the fucking Puka like hurt someone really bad.
Oh.
It is pretty crazy. It is really creepy too, by the way they do that reveal.
Really?
It is really uncomfortable.
Still gotta check that out.
It's like A Wonderful Life.
Oh. Huh.
It has like a really great twist. I'm like, oh shit, I did not see that coming. That's pretty cool.
What holiday was that considered?
Christmas.
Oh, it was Christmas? Was it like a gift that someone gets or something?
No, it was a failed actor who's trying to get an acting job. And he applies to work for this toy company, and they're launching these Puka things. And he has to play the Puka.
Oh, okay. So he like dresses up.
Yeah, he dresses up as the Puka, and then slowly starts seeing shit, and then the Puka starts taking him over. Or does he? That's the question that kind of leaves you at the end. It's like, oh shit.
It's a funny name, Puka.
Yeah. But that's it for me. But
Are there beads called Puka beads?
Yeah, Puka shell, like Puka shell necklace.
Yeah.
Surfer necklace. Yeah.
Is that where that comes from?
I don't know. I don't
The
think
seashell
so.
one? The seashell necklace, right?
Yeah, the seashell, like the surfers used to wear them.
Those are called pukas?
Puka shells.
Puka
I think it's spelled differently, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's something totally different.
It's spelled Puca in Ireland.
Puca. I don't know. I could
Here
Google
we
it. I could Google it.
Google it.
Puka
Oh my God.
shell.
People, let me tell you something right now.
Puka.
Oh,
Yeah, Puka.
Puka?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, that makes
How
sense.
did you spell it?
Puc. There's like a apostrophe on top of the C and then an A.
The accent mark?
Yeah.
Puca?
Yeah. That's in Ireland, though. That's how they spell it in Ireland.
All right.
But yeah, that's I found that really interesting, and I thought the Pukas are very evil beings.
They're little shits.
Yeah, they sound like my cats.
They sound like my cat, actually. She probably is a freaking Puka. Little shit.
I'd explain your
I
luck.
talk so much shit about her. She's such a little shit.
Making your life hell.
Yeah. Sounds like a cuss name.
What?
You little It sounds like Puta. Like Puka. Doesn't it? It totally does. All right, so
That's actually pretty funny.
I don't know how to segue this one. My next one.
Segue.
My next one that I love. It's a pretty popular one. It's really famous. Is a banshee.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Screaming like a
It just sounds like a bunch of fucking cats meowing.
Yeah. Susie and the Banshees. All right, so a banshee is said to be a fairy that has a horrible shrieking scream, and if this scream is heard, it's considered a bad omen. The scream is considered a warning that there will be a death in the family. That's really creepy. The banshee isn't exactly the cause of the death, but more of just the warning. A banshee can be seen in the following ways. A beautiful pale woman in a white dress with long red hair, a woman with a long silver dress and silver hair, or a headless naked woman carrying a bowl of blood. Pretty random. Or an old woman with frightening red eyes, a green dress, and long white hair. Or an old woman with a veil covering her face, dressed in all black with long gray hair. So she can be seen in many different ways. The origin of Banshee is said to come from the 8th century from keeners. Keeners are women who sang songs in grief after the deaths of a loved one. Since they took alcohol as payment, of course, right? They were considered sinners and punished by being doomed to become banshees. Other legends say that the banshee is a ghost of a young girl that suffered a horrible death, and her spirit remains to warn family members that a violent death is coming. Originally, it was said that the banshee only keened for the families with the names of O'Grady, O'Neill, O'Brien, O'Connor, and Kavanagh. But there are stories from other families that she favorites those with an O or a M, which I'm screwed because my mom's last name is O'Malley. So there's no there, so I don't know. But yeah, this has been a very popular legend, and it's been passed down onto generations to this day. A lot of families would, have everybody gather around, and like the grandpa or the grandma would talk about a banshee. So I don't know exactly what the tale of what the lesson of this is, if there is one, or if it's like.
So what's the difference between a banshee and a siren? Aren't they the same?
Sirens are mermaids.
The mermaids?
Yeah. Originally they're mermaids.
But
Banshees
aren't
are
sirens
land.
usually like, they cry out that
They
too,
do,
right?
but they're in water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Banshee.
I thought banshees were in water though.
People in by singing?
The siren mermaids? Yeah. But then it could also sirens look like really scary. That like they can kind of trick
in
you.
Truth, they look scary. Like
Yeah.
their real form is a little more hideous.
Yes.
They come across as beautiful women.
Like a
And
little
they don't
mermaid,
look
yeah.
like they're mermaids because you can only see them from the top up, and you can see their breasts.
Their
and it's
breasts and like
hey.
half, like their torso,
Yeah,
and they're like
yeah.
in the water.
And so they lure them in. By
Yeah, exactly. So Banshee is like the land version. But I don't know. It's sad. I think, looking back to since they originate from keeners, maybe keeners were kind of older women, and they, no one kind of paid attention to them. They drank alcohol. I don't know. So if you kind of look at that, does that have anything to do with it? Like, don't ignore your older women. Don't ignore that history. I don't know.
I don't know, because to me it already seems like I don't think there's a lesson to be told, because I think there's really not a lesson. I think it's more about maybe it could be something that's out of spite. Maybe it's out of vengeance for the banshees.
Yeah,
like you said, they target people with a
yeah.
And so
could be.
Maybe those people were the ones that persecuted them, and that's why they're after that bloodline or after that clan.
Yeah.
You know? And it's interesting too because the Dullahan, the one I'm gonna touch, it's really random, but it also said though, unlike a banshee, styles where a banshee specifically targets a family.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like how would you know what a banshee sounds like?
Imagine like a horrible screeching cat.
Yeah, but imagine there was an actual screeching cat. So every time you hear a screeching cat, do you think someone in your family's gonna die?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Like, you're gonna rush home. It's like, everyone okay?
Y'all good?
Everyone sit by the fire tonight.
In the alleyway, calm down.
All right. Maybe like it had a different sound to each of the families.
Maybe.
You know, and
so. How long did they have after they heard the scream?
That I couldn't find.
You couldn't find that?
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
I would think that like once you hear it, you would have like maybe a couple days, maybe an hour.
I think like pretty soon. Yeah, not like the day of, but like, you know.
Do the banshees actually physically kill them? Or
no, they're just a warning. They're the warning. It's a bad omen. It's like a bad superstition, and they just kind of like show up and warn, but they don't physically harm you. But I know like in a lot of movies, the banshee, there's been a bunch of banshee movies, and they have her, like some of them I think she like kills people, but that's not the urban legend.
Fucking Americans.
Fucking up banshee culture, what the hell?
Fucking up urban legends. What's wrong with you?
Right? But I would like to see a good banshee movie.
I don't know how you would be able to pull that off though, like with you know, you hear it, and then how would you play that up?
Well, look at like what
you know what? Actually, you could play that up because you could make it a Final Destination kind of movie.
Yeah, or even like the movie The Witch. Like you just hear it, you know, like maybe you don't actually ever see her. You could show her, but like maybe she looks different to different families.
Yeah,
like a curse of you could have like a family that's cursed, and I don't know. I think you could play a lot there.
So it says if you are the first one in your household to hear the Banshee cry, you are doomed to die.
No.
Like if you're alone and you hear it. The Banshee will make 3 visits on 3 consecutive nights.
I heard about that one too, and then some other people said, oh, she just shows up even on the street or like when you're out by yourself. Like there's it's funny because like different counties.
On the first visit she only, even if there's other people around, whoever heard the cry on the first visit is the one that's supposed to die.
Interesting.
Supposedly.
What happened?
According to this story.
So the first one, if you're the first one to hear, you're the first one to die. But if she visits you,
the first
a group
night,
of people,
it is only heard by the person to whom death will soon visit. They begin as a series of moans about the rooms the target is present in. The moans are unmistakable, so it does have a different sound than
just like that one sound. Yeah. And it's
like moaning.
Each county in Ireland had like different stories and like different looks. So like everyone has like their own, like the Puka thing. Like you would have to go to like each county, like, oh, she looks like this, or oh, she sounds like this.
That's interesting.
It's interesting, right?
It's supposed to be a warning. That's why you keep hearing it. Like, like almost like it's coming to you.
It's coming.
You can avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you avoid it? What would you do?
You can't. You're doomed once you hear it.
I would think if somebody said, I think you're going to die in the next couple of days, and it was a reputable source, like if you really believed it, you probably would be on guard and be watching to see how you might die.
But it's always funny, like, you're being on guard.
If
you're being on guard, you're just going to fuck yourself, though.
That reminds me of, like, Final Destination. Yeah. Like, remember when they, like, try to do everything they can to not be, like, the next one or, like, avoid... That's what it sounds like.
Like, when he, like, locks himself in the room and pads everything. Yeah. And then, like, I got you. It's like, oh, shit, I'm not the one.
This is thought to act as a warning that death can be avoided, but with no idea where the tragedy will strike from, the warning is generally moot. Like, it's a moot point. Doesn't matter. You're going to get fucked anyway.
Yeah, you're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on the second night, the entire family or everybody else in the house can hear it. And on the third night, that's when it changes from the moaning to the like
the shrieking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or according to this one that I found. This is their take on it. It will break glass and pottery. It's so.
I don't know if America has a version of a banshee.
No.
I didn't really dig deep into that, but
The closest one I can think of is something about the lighthouse. There's an urban legend about a lighthouse.
with like a woman screaming or something?
I'm gonna have to look into that one because I do remember like an urban legend about a lighthouse, and they're like, but they hear like a woman calling. But when you fall, that's what it was. Is that when you hear that, when you follow the scream to this lighthouse, the lighthouse is supposed to guide you, right?
Yeah.
But then the light goes off, and then you follow the scream, and then the scream just your boat hits on the rocks.
Oh, okay.
And it
That's
fucks up your
interesting.
boat. I'll have to look that one into. But I do remember hearing that here, but I don't know if that was
if it actually took place.
If that was an American origin or not. If
Okay.
it was of American origin.
It says American cultures have a similar legend of the Banshee, but it doesn't give you any reference to
It doesn't. Yeah.
Like, oh.
I'm gonna have to Google that. Hey, you're our producer. Get to work. What are we paying you for?
I am.
Whenever I hear that, I think of like Back to Little Mermaid, like when she's like ah, and then like Eric follows the voice. I used to sing that song by myself as a kid in the backyard. I'm like ah.
And then you fell off your swing set.
I know.
I thought everyone in the house was dying. Is there a banshee in the yard? No, I'm kidding.
I used to love that movie when I was little. But yeah, Banshee, that's my second
Banshee.
Ah!
So if you hear that, you're screwed.
They just heard it.
They just heard it. Now you just doomed everybody.
Good. All right, so my next one is the Dullahan, and this is another malevolent fairy, and he is a bringer of death. This is basically like their Grim Reaper.
Okay.
And from what I got, Sleepy Hollow was loosely inspired. Well, the Headless Horseman was really inspired by the Dullahan. And I'm gonna read this because I took notes on him, but I found this was interesting though. So while no one knows for certain how the Dullahan originated, it is thought that he is the embodiment of the Celtic fertility god Cromdubh, Cromdubh, just.
Some Irish word.
Yeah.
Some Celtic word.
Who was worshipped by an ancient king of Ireland, Tiger Moss. Each year, Tiger Moss sacrificed humans to Crom, and the usual method was decapitation. The worship of Crom ended in the 6th century when Christianity came to Ireland, and the old sacrificial traditions went out of favor. But Crom was not easily forgotten, for it is said that he took on a physical form, the Headless Dullahan, which remains a dark man riding his mighty charger and using a human spine for a whip.
A human spine?
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
That's
grotesque. That is gnarly.
That is gnarly. And while this is the way he is most often described, in some parts of Ireland, he drives a black coach drawn by a team of 6 black horses. They travel so fast that the friction from the hooves is said to set the hedges on fire along the sides of the road.
Dang.
And no matter how firmly they are locked, all gates fly open and let the Dullahan through. That is fucking crazy.
They should do a Dullahan movie.
So, there was one thing too that I wanted to read. It had something to do with Halloween.
Oh. My stomach's like.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds like a gremlin.
Sound of the Banshee.
Yeah. The second sound of the Banshee, your stomach will grumble.
I think I wrote it on there. Okay, but
does it have ties to Halloween in Ireland?
Yeah, it does. So it said during the the sacrifices, they all took place during Halloween in Samhain. It took place during that time, but when Christianity took over, that was done.
Yeah.
So around from like 31st to like harvest time, it is said that the Dullahan will be on patrol.
Like that was at his peak. Like that's
when he was there. Okay. You know, and it is said that he is completely random. He is not someone that targets a specific person. And one thing that is really interesting to me and. So old school. We're going to the papers. All right, wait. Don't you hate when you write so many notes you forget?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Okay. So he carries a head with him, and the head has like far sight. He can see in a distance of 1,000 yards, and he can lock in anything on from 1,000 yards.
Is it his head or
it's his head?
Okay, it's not like a victim's head.
No, it's said to be his head, and the head only speaks the person that it's after, and once the name is said, that person is dead.
So why does he target certain people?
Not certain people. He's random. He's dead, random? Personified.
Oh, okay.
He is dead. But my point was, like earlier, I was saying, like the Banshee targets specific people.
Oh, yeah.
The Dullahan targets random people.
Okay.
He'll just kill anyone.
Dang, savage.
The coach one, I found two versions. The coach one, that is said to be the one that brings you straight to heaven or hell. And then the headless horseman one is just the one that collects your soul. The Dullahan, I hate my writing sometimes. Okay, so if the Dullahan stops at your door and says your name, your soul will literally walk out of your body and walk toward him.
Ooh.
And then he will take you on to the afterlife. That
sounds like something that the new Sabrina show had. I gotta look back at that episode. Because they resurrect someone that does that. It looks, yeah, maybe they use that.
And then it's also said that if any passerby that happens to witness a Dullahan, close your eyes. Why? Don't look at it. Like, don't even bother to look at it. Because if the Dullahan stops and sees you, he will fucking gouge your eye out with the spine. With his whip spine.
I wonder where, like, the spine comes from.
I don't know, but that does sound like a cool weapon.
That does sound... Reminds me of, like...
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound like a cool weapon.
It's messed up.
That shit would fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And, but their alternate theories to that, too, is that if the Dullahan sees you, and he sees you, he could throw a bucket of blood at you.
Jeez.
Like, so it's basically saying that if you see this guy and he's not after you... Like, you're still not safe. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to leave with some kind of mark or some kind of a memory to remember him by.
That sounds way scarier than the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
And for some reason, and I don't know why, but gold is his only weakness.
So you got to wear a lot of gold.
If you wear gold or you have, like, if you show him, like, any piece of gold, like real gold, he'll back away. And it won't put him off for very long, but he will be back. But the gold, for some reason, he has a weakness to gold. I don't know why. I can't find exactly why he has a weakness to that, though.
Maybe, like, local jewelry guys or local, like, people said, oh, the Dullahan will come for you if you don't buy its gold, So maybe it was, like, a marketing to get, like, for the jewelers to get more money. Who knows,
You know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you picked up on that. I didn't get that.
I watch a lot of, like, American Greed and, like, con artists, so I'm always like, oh, okay. I'm always thinking, like, that's probably what they were doing.
Yeah, so I think that was really fucking insane. And this Dullahan Headless Horseman can only be spotted in, like, again, rural areas in Ireland, so, like, in the backwoods of Ireland. And if you're out, like, during a harvest season, I guess starts in October 20th to, like, October 5th.
Or November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th, sorry. If you see him during that time, you're gonna be fucked because he's coming after you. And you don't. What the fucked up part about it is that you don't even have to hear your name being spoken.
Right.
He can be somewhere else, and if he says your name, you're dead.
That's crazy.
But if he stops at your house
Yeah.
and says your name, you know, your soul is gonna belong to him.
Did you find what century?
6th century.
Was that before Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, it was way before Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, okay.
Sleepy Hollow started in
forget.
18...
So it says the Dullahan has a irrational fear.
Rational fear.
It's irrational, so that gives a hint as to, like, it's not like it, you know, it does something to him, like makes him break out in a rash.
Breaks out in hives.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sleepy.
Anything else?
I just think that's like way scarier than the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Like that needs to be a movie. That's really creepy.
Right? I thought that shit was fucking insane. 1820.
That was Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah,
Okay.
1820.
Yeah, I gotta look back at the Sabrina episode because I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it sounds very similar to what they had in one of their episodes.
I could have sworn they had like a. I could have sworn I saw like a trailer with a dude on a horse on there.
Yeah, because he comes to your door, and if he's at your door,
Are they Irish? By
the Spellmans, they're like European, like their background's European, British, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the English.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but no, I thought that Dullahan was really interesting. There was a lot more to him that I wanted to look into. I was like, fuck, this is really interesting.
That's so crazy.
And anything else you want to add?
That's my only question. Producer, do you have any questions?
I was just wondering, sorry, I wasn't here for a moment in my brain, but...
Where'd you go?
Her head wasn't attached to her shoulders.
Sometimes I'm concentrating on looking stuff up and then I miss some of the conversation. Like
Before I move on, I just wanted to,
connection.
before I move on, I just wanted to know if there was anything else you wanted to add.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's all. That's all.
He's like, forget it.
The Horseman connection is already made, right?
Yeah, no, I was just making sure before I move on and say, oh, the Dullahan, by the way.
And
Which
then...
I will do. I'll be looking and I'll find something and I'll go. Not to go
That's a
back
cool
to
one, though.
this.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so creepy.
I like that. And with spine, I like that. That's really
That's
crazy.
like, that's straight up like, that's like Mad Max.
Anyway, the motherfucker will like poke your eye out. That's
yeah,
crazy. Or
gouges your eyes out.
Or drown you in blood.
They should do a movie with like all the creepy, like Banshee, Dullahan, like in a movie together. That'd be crazy.
And it's filmed by a Mexican. This Mexican right here.
Oh my god.
And I'm pointing at me, guys. I'm just saying.
Pointing at me.
All right. Number one.
All right. So my number one is called The Faceless Lady of Belvelly Castle, which is in Cork. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Belvelly. Belvelly, yeah.
No, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
All right. So this castle has a tragic history dating back to the 14th century from its builders and owners, the Hodnett family. Margaret Hodnett was a beautiful and wealthy woman who lived at the castle. She was so beautiful and extremely vain, and she had an obsession with mirrors. She developed a huge collection of mirrors at the castle. Mirrors were considered wealthy back then, but that wasn't the only reason she wanted them. She wanted to stare and admire at how beautiful she was all day. Because of her wealth and beauty, she had many admirers and suitors. One suitor in particular, Clon de Courcy or Clon Rockenby, like those are the two names I found. I'm not sure like which one he went by. But he was a landowner, and he was obsessed with her and asked her for her hand in marriage multiple times, but she always rejected him and kind of made a fool of him and kind of took him for granted. He eventually grew tired and angry from the humiliation and rejection by her, so he raised an army and laid siege to her castle, thinking that Margaret and her family would just surrender. Margaret's father, though, was just as stubborn as she was and did not wave a flag at Clon's demands. As the siege went on, Margaret and the soldiers began to starve inside the castle. Eventually, Clon stormed in the castle but was shocked at what he saw. Margaret became so skeletal and her beauty was no longer. She looked completely frail and hideous. However,
like Zelda?
Yeah, like Zelda. That's what I was thinking of.
I was thinking of Zelda right now. Like,
that would be so scary to walk into. Fuck that. She scares me so much.
She's a contortionist. All
Oh God, she's so scary. But yeah, she was completely frail and hideous, but she still looked at herself in the mirror.
She still saw her beauty.
Now, some people say Klon was so disgusted that he killed her with his sword. Others say he was just so disgusted that he smashed all of her mirrors and ruined the castle, leaving her there to die from starvation and solitude. There's many stories of like what actually happened. Whatever happened, she did die and is said to still lurk the grounds of the castle, searching for herself in the mirrors. Some say they have seen a faceless lady rubbing the walls until they gleam like a mirror so she could see her reflection. Others have heard horrible screams and said that they've seen a lady in white with a veil covering her face. But if you Google Belvelly Castle, it looks extremely creepy. It's not a big castle. It kind of looks like it just has like a little lookout point, but it's a very creepy looking castle. But
what's that fairy tale with the is it Goldilocks?
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel? Is it Rapunzel?
The hair.
The hair, and she's like out on the lookout, like on the tower, the castle tower.
Yeah, Rapunzel.
That's what I was thinking of.
It looks like that.
Isn't that what like, the lookout is? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, where did the faceless come from then?
I don't know.
You would because to me, like that would have to. To me, that had to be part of a story that's not being told. Like, why all of a sudden would she be faceless?
Like I guess the mirrors.
I mean, so
people say they've seen different things.
Maybe he did break the mirrors, and so she couldn't see her face.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think because a lot of them say, "Oh, like he killed her so brutal," but then I don't think he would have done that. I think he just wanted to fuck her life up because of the rejection, and I believe in like the mirror smashing. That makes more sense because if people reported later that they have seen her doing this to like find a mirror. That makes more sense with the whole faceless thing. And then also covering her face with the veil so you couldn't see her face, but you just see like her body. That probably makes sense of why they call it that.
So I was thinking, if he broke all the mirrors and yet she died later from starvation. But the thing is, this is where I was going to go. Like, what if she got so disillusioned with herself and let herself go? And so that her image that she saw onto the mirror was the image that was that image all the time. Like her in her prime. That's all she saw. She didn't see herself letting her go.
Like how she
really was. And she's every time she looked in the mirror, she's like, that's what I look like.
I could totally see that, yeah. Because there's someone that
vain.
That vain, right?
I think, that would make sense to me.
I think that's the moral of the story. Don't be so vain.
Don't be vain, guys.
Let me show you a picture. I know people that are listening can't see it, but Google it. It's Beverly Castle. It just looks really creepy. Like,
just sounds like your voice really creepy.
Really creepy.
Okay, Zelda.
Look at that, though. Isn't that creepy?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We actually have a spot like that in Watsonville, actually.
Like, look at that. I wouldn't go there.
Elisa's showing us the castle, or what remains of the castle.
It's I don't know. It's something weird about it, right?
So are the two images below part of the castle?
Let me see. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like a big... No, those are different ones below.
Different ones?
Yeah.
All right. She didn't see it, so.
Oh.
Sure.
Look at that. Isn't that creepy? This first one?
Oh, it reminds me of Rapunzel. That's what it makes me think of.
But like not cute Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel if she was Zelda.
She got locked in the top of the tower.
Yeah. But it's like all gray and like... I mean, I'm sure at one point it was pretty, but I don't know. But yeah, it's... I really liked that story.
Wasn't there what? No, go ahead. Wasn't there a Brothers Grimm fairy tale based on the mirrors?
Oh, was there?
No, I'm asking.
I don't know.
Aren't you like the Disney nerd here?
I'm not I like...
Well, Grimm's fairy tale is in Disney. I mean,
they adapted a lot of their fucking stories.
That's not what they really were.
No.
Well, there's Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all.
I'm pretty sure there's one that's like a Grimm's fairy tale. I'm gonna have to look into that because I'm pretty sure like that mirror thing just sounds familiar to me. Like
does
as
it?
A story.
Let me see really quick.
Or maybe I'm just projecting.
Everything that came up with Snow White.
So maybe.
Yeah, everything that Just comes up as Snow White.
That makes sense. Maleficent, right? That's her name?
No,
that's not Maleficent.
That's not
That's
Snow
the
White.
evil
What was her
queen.
name? Yeah, but what was her real name though? Did she like?
I don't think she had a name.
She's just the evil queen.
Yeah. She was even credited as evil queen.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty sure someone will correct this.
Yeah,
and
I
if
know.
you guys
Some
know
Disney
the,
nerd.
so if you guys know the answer, please type it in the comments. Let us know.
Just the queen. Yeah. Did you ever see the one with Sigourney Weaver?
What?
The Snow White one, and she's the evil queen, Sigourney Weaver.
Wait, is that the one with Kristen Stewart?
No, that's the one with No. That's Charlize Theron is in that one.
Oh.
You never
then,
saw the Sigourney?
No.
Oh my god. That one was, I think it was it just Snow White? That's a freaking creepy one. That was good.
Was it a live action?
Yeah. That was
When did
like
it come out?
Snow White, A Tale of Terror, 1997.
Tale of Terror.
Sam Neill.
What?
Yeah.
Sam Neill?
Monica
I'm in.
Keena. Yeah. That was it.
That TV movie? It sounds like a TV movie.
I don't know. It's rated R. I don't.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Wait,
You
is
gotta
this
check
modern?
that one out.
Is this modern?
Modern?
Yeah, is the movie modern?
No, it takes place back.
Back in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause never mind. I'll tell you off air.
All
right. So, my number one, pretty fucking obvious, and I kind of opened up the show with this. So if you couldn't fucking figure it out, I'm just saying. Well, I'm asking you. Who else am I talking to?
Has to do with mermaids, right? Water.
No.
No?
Are you
Fairies?
kidding me? Oh my god. People help me. It is Leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I had to go Leprechaun.
Okay, that's like the most obvious.
That's so obvious. And
So
I fucking
obvious.
opened the show with that. Now,
Well, but then we went into like mermaids and water, so I don't know.
So we can just skip yours. What's yours?
Right? No, but actually,
I'm a leprechaun. I was thinking Wayne's World.
Actually, there's a lot about leprechauns that I did not even know.
And they're not like nice, right? Like some of them are
There
nice.
are fucking drunks. They are fucking...
That's Ireland for you, though.
They're drunks. Hold on. There was something that was really interesting. Oh, this is something really interesting. So, in 1989... leprechauns are actually a protected species under
What?
the European Habits Directive.
Shut up.
Seriously.
This is for real.
This is for real. For real. You Google this. This is for real.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Are unicorns in there too?
No, these are actually leprechauns.
Wow.
In 1989, P.J. O'Hare and saved a naked leprechaun, apparently.
Oh my god. This is like Bigfoot.
So, it's not like, I guess so.
Well, yeah, because people claim they have like Bigfoot droppings, Bigfoot prints, Bigfoot hairs.
I want to tell you this story because this story is really fascinating. So, hold on. Alright, wait, is that it? See, this is what happens, people. When you show up to a show ill-prepared, and all of a sudden, you gotta kill airtime because, you're not prepared. Okay. So, how was your day?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good, huh? Is that you got for me?
Yeah, I'm just like super tired. Not much else to add. Saw the Puppet Master Littlest Reich
That is an
over the
insane
weekend.
movie.
That's an insane movie.
That is an insane movie, man.
I love Thomas Lennon.
Oh man, he is fucking great.
You know, his son is the one in the movie that dies with the hands when he's like, remember, what's the bartender's name? Cuddly Bear? No.
Cuddly Bear, yeah.
Cuddly Bear.
Cuddly Bear.
So it's like, oh, just grab onto me. And he like heads in and the little kid has his hands. That's his, Thomas Lennon's real son.
Oh, that's his son?
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, wow, that's pretty funny.
But what pissed me off, though, is they didn't have the girl puppet with like the tongue and the leeches.
Well, these are all new puppets.
Well, yeah, but they still kind of had Pinhead. They had like similar ones to the original. But they didn't have any girl ones. What's up with that?
Oh,
Damn Nazis.
Girls are stupid.
Damn Nazis. These Nazi puppets wanted you.
Rule.
Yeah. Girls rule, boys drool.
Okay, so I found it.
All right. That's my little small talk.
All right. Well, yeah. You suck at small talk, by the way.
What? I just talked about a movie.
Okay, so a group of locals lobby for this protection directive and also organized an annual leprechaun hunt in this area. The directive was put through in spite of objections from the Blackface and Mountain Sheep Breeders Association. Their site says the EU has opted in favor of rich biodiversity of the Cooley Mountains, and this area is now protected under the European Habits Directive.
Wow.
Woods, a local man and one of the original members of the group, explains in the video below that there are 236 leprechauns still living in Ireland on the Foy Mountain on Slate Rock. He believes that is the place of the spirit world. The story goes, in 1989, P.J. O'Hare, a local businessman and publishing, was upon Carlingford Mountain when he heard a scream coming from the area beside a wishing well. Being curious, he went to investigate and found a patch of burnt ground. Beside the patch, he found a little hat, jacket, and trousers with 4 gold coins in his pockets. The whereabouts of these 4 coins are only known to the one other person, but he maintains he can't give that secret. The clothes of the naked leprechaun are on display at PJ's Pub in Carlington. The discovery of this suit led to the establishment of Carlington National Leprechaun Hunt, when hundreds of people descend on Carlingford in search of a naked leprechaun. In addition to being named to a protected area for leprechauns, the Savoy Foy Lot Pit is also a beautiful tourist spot filled with natural wonders. Francis Taylor of Cooley Peninsula Tourism said, "This is another significant recognition from Europe in regards to our heritage and tourism product and the way in which it is responsibly managed. We are delighted with the increase in visitors that are discovering the area as one of Ireland's most beautiful hidden gems. We are committed to sustainable and responsible tourism. We believe its vitality and important to be sensitive environment and all inhabitants with the destination."
Wait, so they said that was 1989?
No, so that story about PJ was took place in 1989.
Okay.
Everything after that is present. So this article is from irishcentral.com and it was from 2 years ago.
So when did the leprechaun actually... I thought that was like centuries old. It just looks like this was just started in 1989.
It is centuries old. But I wanted to tell you this because I thought this was really fascinating because they're a protected species. That's why I opened up with that.
It sounds like that area just wants tourism.
Yeah, but you still they got it though.
It's probably like a doll, like a clothing from a doll.
Maybe, but you don't know.
I don't know. Just like
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot Museum, Santa Cruz.
Fuck that. You want to go to a real Bigfoot museum? You go to Oregon.
No, they have one in
No, Washington.
They have one in God, where Bigfoot's from?
Washington.
I don't know. What's that place called with the weed?
Weed?
Yeah. Where they grow the weed.
Weed.
Up north.
Antioch?
No, Antioch. What are you smoking? Antioch. No.
What are you talking about?
Where they grow marijuana. Humboldt County. Near Humboldt County. There's like one of the biggest like Bigfoot museums, and they have like Bigfoot sandwiches and like all kinds of stuff. That's where I want to go and check it out.
Bigfoot sandwich. I can just imagine that's just a bunch of 2 pieces of bread with a bunch of hair on it.
Ew! But it's shaped like a foot though. Like it's funny. I actually want to go there.
That is really funny. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. That's why I wanted to tell you that. I thought that was really cool.
Man, I wish I could have, because I went to Ireland. I wish I could have visited that area.
It's Carlingford. Carlingford?
Yeah, we didn't go there.
I can't pronounce shit today.
Today? No, just kidding.
So, leprechauns can be traced all the way back to the 8th century. They were originally known as small body, which leprechaun actually translates to.
Small body?
Yeah. Leprechaun. It's spelled Luchorpan. which means small body. And according to others, the term leprechaun actually comes from the Irish term loath brogan, which means shoemaker.
Oh.
They were originally known as water spirits.
Really?
Yeah, they were originally known as water spirits.
There's so many water spirits there.
Yeah, I didn't know. Back in the 8th century, they were known as water spirits, but then somehow they transformed into what we know now, which I'll get into. Okay. They are tricksters, mischievous spirits. If humans catch, the all popular urban legend is if you catch one, you can get 3 wishes or you can get a pot of gold.
Yeah.
But the pot of gold one is always the most go-to one.
Yeah.
People always think that a rainbow ends, but it really doesn't. So even if you follow the rainbow, you're not going to get to the end.
I've done that before. I've tried following a rainbow. It was hard. It's harder than it sounds.
Let's see. Oh, there was a story. So a farmer caught a leprechaun, and him and his boy trapped the leprechaun and said, "Hey, lead us to your gold right now."
So mean.
Yeah. And
it's like a slave.
The leprechaun led them to their gold, and the farmer tied a red bandana or a red knot onto the tree, and he let the leprechaun go. Him and the boy go back to the farm, get some shovels, come back. All the trees are covered with a red knot.
What a little trickster.
That just goes to show you, man.
Sounds like a Puka.
Yeah,
right?
For real. So, actually, a lot of people don't know this unless you're real Irish. Like, you're an Irishman. I'm serious. I don't think this is not even a general known fact.
Really?
Leprechauns wore red suits and cornered hats.
I've heard about that.
And so that was before the 1800s, and then it changed. It changed when Pat William Ellington wrote about a leprechaun dressed in green.
All green. Yeah.
And so when he wrote his poem, he described him that he was wearing green. I guess maybe because green fit better with the rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah. They are thought. Oh man, I hate my writing so bad. This is why I don't write on paper anymore.
Yeah, that's why I wrote on my phone because I'm like.
I got doctor writing like on scratch.
Yeah.
They are thought to have been one of the many types of inhabitants of fairy forts. These are leprechauns and rings in ancient Ireland. It has been suggested that many. What the fuck is It's been told that they're tricksters of today, may even modern incarnation. God damn it. Okay, well, anyway. I hate my motherfucking writing. This is pissing me off. I will say that originally leprechauns in medieval times, according to a medieval manuscript, that suggests that they were actually warriors. They weren't fucking shoemakers. They were warriors in medieval times. And there were actual female leprechauns. And female leprechauns, they would seduce the young soldiers, and they would go on to adventures with them.
Wow. They should do a female leprechaun movie.
But I found other sites that kind of disprove that. But this one I got onto this website, Cult Books, Leprechauns. Kind of really had a really detailed thing about leprechauns and the whole history. But a lot of things is that the leprechauns are proved to be now we treat them as as an excuse to get drunk, or they're a little mascot for a cereal now.
Right.
When in reality, these motherfuckers are just really, really bad.
Yeah.
They're tricksters, they're pranksters. And I wouldn't trust a fucking leprechaun.
No.
I would not trust a leprechaun at all.
No way.
Yeah, but I thought that was...
But Lucky Charms is really good. Not gonna lie, that's one of the best cereals.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's so good. And
not.
then the little rainbow marshmallow.
Have you tried the berry Lucky Charms?
No.
Yeah, berry Lucky Charms. It is gross.
I've not tried that.
That is...
Not tried that. I don't think I would try that.
Yeah, no. But that's my number one, leprechauns.
Nice. All right, so my 3... Well, I guess we'll go over quickly what our 3 were. So my 3 were Banshee, the Demon Bride of Monaghan County, and the Faceless Lady of Belvelly Castle.
Mine were Leprechauns, Pukas, and the Dullahan.
Dullahan. I would love to see a Dullahan movie now. Like, that shit sounds so scary.
Yeah, that would be pretty insane. I would really like to see that. Hold on. There's something that's bugging the shit out of me.
What? About a leprechaun?
Yeah. Leprechauns piss me off, man.
Trying to see, like, if that's Sabrina. Oh, no. How do you spell Dullahan?
Dullahan.
H-A-A-N. This is gonna bother me. Like, it was like one of the later episodes too. I would have to probably rewatch it. Yeah, I'm not finding anything about it.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it really quick.
Small talk. Someone make small talk.
It's pretty warm today.
It's freaking... Yesterday it was almost 80 degrees here. It was gross. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this.
Oh, I've been stuck on fucking Kitchen Nightmares.
What?
So I waited a whole year and all my clocks are right now.
All your clocks are... Oh my god.
I'm the type that I never switch.
That's how Rudy is so bad. Like, no, you gotta know what time it is.
I just deduct an hour or add an hour.
Oh my god. I love that the phone does, like, I love that the phone and the laptop does automatically. Yeah. Remember back then when they didn't do that?
Remember calling popcorn? Does anyone remember that?
I did that as a kid.
What time is it?
Time for you to get a watch.
Time for you to shut the fuck up.
The time is... How did it always go? It was always the same.
It was always...
The time is... Didn't she say that?
Yeah.
And the day. No, I think it would be the day.
No, there was no day. It would just go, the time is... If I remember.
I thought, yeah, it was just the time is one something. Yeah.
One. Did it say the seconds too? I don't remember. It's been a long time.
No, it was...
When did popcorn...
Oh, yeah, it would.
Did they do the seconds?
It did the seconds, yeah.
When did it completely end?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let me see.
The time is...
Maybe they still have it.
Oh, let's see.
I don't want them to think I'm talking about the food. Telephone time lady, popcorn no more. Can you still call popcorn? The time lady that you called... the number was 7672676. That was the popcorn number.
Yeah, I just called it.
What happened?
The phone number you entered is no longer in service.
Really?
Yeah.
So when did it officially
or is it
1-800
popcorn?
No, it was always popcorn.
It's just popcorn?
It was always popcorn.
So when did it officially end?
I'm trying to see.
In the 90s?
No, because I would call in the early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah.
I just remember in the 80s calling.
Wow, so this article is from 2016 and it still existed. But I guess this must have been... Yeah, because it said... Not only does it still exist, but people still use it. We get 3 million calls per year. So this was 2016, so I don't know. It's crazy. Did you find your leprechaun thing yet?
No, I think the one thing it was contrary to today's depiction, they weren't all male. They were depicted as warriors with various appetites. So which means they were hungry for violence.
Oh.
And females were especially engrossed with luring away human men, for secret adventures. These characteristics ended up until 1604 when the modern leprechaun took place. And that's what it was. That's what I was trying to get at. Oh, and it is also said that the leprechauns were actually incarnations of a Euro-Celtic god, Luck, which is Lugh, which is pronounced luck, was said to be a sun god, patron of the arts and craft, and
I think it's Luke, like Lunasa, which is like another holiday there.
Oh.
Lugh, right?
Yeah,
I think it's
the
Lou.
leader of the small people, pretty much.
The small people.
Well, that's basically what it translates to. But yeah, that's another thing, because it's also said that in ancient Ireland they were suggested that they were an incarnation of that Celtic god. I may be wrong, but I know when I'm gonna find that website again, because I can't find that website all of a sudden now. I feel like I got pranked by a leprechaun.
You did. Oh my god, you totally did.
Because I can't find that fucking website no more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are we bugging you? Are you on the phone?
I'm trying to use the phone.
Oh my god, popcorn. Okay, well,
those are our Irish.
That's Irish.
Urban legends.
I hope you guys had fun listening to us actually like not do anything for like 10 minutes while I was looking up something. I'll have to edit all this down.
Yeah, right. So
anything you want to add before we head out?
No, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I will add this. Joe Bob Briggs next week.
It starts next week?
Next Friday.
Nice.
So, I know what I'm doing Friday. All right, well, I am your host, Johnny Zuko.
And I'm your co-host, Ginger Snap.
So this says it ended in 2007.
It did? And that article is lying to me then.
Maybe they
Maybe they reposted it.
They started it again.
Huh.
But it says, usually bedtime popcorn has been discontinued. I recorded it for posterity just prior to it being cut off. And that was in December of 2007.
How weird. Maybe there's like another one or they redid it or something.
Once again, I interrupt for something random.
Yeah, our goodbye.
Yeah, I'm pulling the Irish goodbye.
No, we're just gonna do an Irish goodbye.